It is a practice to recover office expense as percentage. Okay, now with the help of the whatever the information provided, 7 lakh 50 and 25 lakhs. Okay, now we are able to find out the percentage. Add 20% on selling price. Selling price is not given in the question, but 25% we need to calculate on the total cost. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Natesh, lecturer in commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. We are in the Unit 1 Session 2, 4th semester BCom Costing Method and Technique. So the chapter name is Job and Contract Costing. So in the last session, which is related to complete job costing theory. So now today my agenda is job costing problem. As per your syllabus, so the simple problem they clearly specified. So according to the pattern, okay, you can expect a 10 marks question, okay, from the job costing. So here the question, the following direct cost were incurred on job number, because whenever each and every job is performing, so separately according to customer requirement, the customized product, if any company or any business they are preparing, separate job costing is preparing. Okay, so here the job cost, job number is clearly specified in the question 415. So of Standard Radio Company, now business you have identified here, the business name is Standard Radio Company. So the material is given 6010, because every job unless you are not involved the input like material and labor, okay, so everything is a direct. So if you know the cost sheet in the last semester, I think you have well familiar with the cost sheet. So with the help of cost sheet only we are trying to prepare for job costing. So the material information is given and the wages is given. Okay, so each and every job will be taking equal responsible for labor as well as material. So here the department A 60 hours at rupees 30 per hours, they clearly specified. The working hours is the department A 60 hours and the department B 40 hours at the rate of 20 per hours. Okay, and even the department C, the 20 hours they are working at the rate of 50 per hour. Okay, so moving to overhead. Now whatever which is related for direct, now which is nothing but the overheads can be classified into variable as well as fixed. Here the overheads which is nothing but your indirect cost, which is directly not connected to your manufacturing your product, so just for indirect. So variable overheads clearly specified, the department A 15,000 for 1,500 hours, so which is given the business overall working hours. So we want only for especially performing a job number 415. Okay, now what we need to do, so this is your normal working hours. Okay, we need to consider for all normal hours only. Okay, now in this variable overheads given overall, okay, we don't want overall. So what we will do, so we will find out the rate. How we are finding 15,000 divided by 1,500. Okay, again the department B 4,000 for 200 working hours. The total working hours clearly specified. But according to the job individual, this job is job number is 415. So only 60, 40 and 20 is a normal working hours. We don't want to complete working hours. Okay, so here department C 12,000 for 300 labor hours. Okay, so again we will depend only for 20, and this information is given, okay, to find out the rate. See, in this case the normal hours is given 60, department A 6, department B 40 and department C is 20 hours. Okay, here also given the rate, okay, clearly they given, but in this case in the variable overheads the rate is missing. Okay, for that reason only the information is given in the question. So 15,000 divided by 1,500 if you divide, so you will get easily rate. So then whatever the normal working hours which is given, clearly given. So next moving to under overheads, fixed overheads. Okay, here rupees 40,000 for 2000 normal working hours. Here also rate is missing, but the information is given. 40,000 divided by 2000. Okay, so easily you can get the rate, but altogether working hours you need to take the total summation. Okay, so here you are required to calculate the cost of job number 415 and calculate the price to give profit for 25% on selling price. Okay, the selling price. So moving to the solution. So whatever the information is given, the first one, materials we will take directly material 6010. Okay, moving to next, wages. There are 3 departments, so the respected normal working hours is given for individual department and the same rate, respected rate is given. So now 60 hours into 30. 60 hours, department A 60 hours into 30, 1800 we are getting, and department B 40 hours into 20. Okay, 40 hours into 20, 800. Department C 20 hours into 50. Okay, 20 hours into 50,000. Altogether, if you add 3,600. What we are doing? We are just for adding the wages for material. 6,010 plus 3,600 total. You are getting 9,610, which is nothing but your prime cost. Once you got the prime cost, okay. So next we are trying to go for overheads. There are 2 types of overheads we are finding: variable overheads and fixed overheads. Okay, so the prime just for your understanding, the prime cost I am writing for the same. I have copied for 9,610, whatever it is calculated. Now moving to overheads, the overheads, variable overheads, department A 15,000 for 1,500. Okay, department A 15,000. Variable overheads, department A. Okay, now we are getting 60 hours because normal working hours given in the question 60 hours. We need to consider only for normal working hours 60 hours. Okay, now the rate is missing here, so we will find out how we are finding. 15,000 divided by 1,500 if you do, easily you can get the rate. Okay, ESA 60 normal hours and department B 40 hours which is given normal hours, and department C normal hours given. Okay, now easily with the help of information we are trying to find out this value. So 15,000 divided by 1,500, easily the rate is 10 rupees per hour. Okay, now if you multiply 60 into 10, 600. Okay, moving to department B, here normal working hours given in the question 40 hours, but the rate is missing, but information is provided. So 4,000 divided by 200 if you do, you are getting 20 per hours, multiply 40, 800. And department C, normal working hours 60. Okay, the rate is missing, but the information is provided. So 12,000 divided by 300 hours, you are getting 40 per hours. So 40 into 20, 800. Altogether if you add 2,200 we are getting. What we are doing after getting this total, we need to add for the prime cost. So if you add the total prime cost or something, you are getting a value. Now one more variable overheads is missing. Okay, here add fixed overheads. Okay, which is given in the question, the fixed overheads information. Fixed overheads rupees 40,000 for 2,000 normal working hours. 2,000 normal working hour. So 60 plus 40 plus 20, 120 is a normal working hours altogether. Okay, so this information to find out the rate, 40,000 divided by 2,000 if you do, you are getting the rate. Now under fixed overheads, total normal hours 60 plus 40 plus 20, 120 hours. Rate is missing, but the information is provided. So 40,000 divided by 2,000 if you do, you are getting 40 per hours. So if you multiply 120 into 40, you are getting 2,400. Now we need to take the altogether total. So the prime cost as well as variable cost and fixed cost, if you add together, you are getting 14,210 is a total cost. Okay, once you got the total cost, immediately what we are doing, so we need to here you are required to calculate the cost of a job and calculate the price to be given profit 25% on the selling price. So which is inclusive, means what? Inclusive method. The profit is included, so that's what we are trying to calculate. So what we are doing here, So to find out the 25%, so assume the cost price, the selling price is missing. So here in the numerator, the 25% is given. 25 divided by, assume the cost of the product is 100. 100 minus 25. Why minus we are doing? Because the profit is included for selling price. So that's what we need to assume. The selling price is 100. 100 minus 25, which is clearly specified in the question. So numerator 25 divided by 100 minus 2. So if you subtract, you are getting as it is numerator 25. So 100 minus 25, we are getting 75. Okay, now 25 ones are 25 threes are. Okay, so easily now we can, after getting the total cost 14,210, now add profit. Now 14,210 into 1 by 3. How we are getting 1 by 3? It is very simple. Okay. So otherwise, if you try to calculate on the base on total cost, the percentage is given. Now 14,000 into percentage directly we can do. So if you add together the total selling price, which is 18,914. I hope you cleared. Moving for next question. So here under the following expense were incurred on the job number 501. Okay, so the information, direct information and indirect information is given in the question. So direct material is 97,200 and the wages paid department A 40 hours at rupees 80 per hours. Okay, department B 50 hours at 90 per hour. Department C 60 hour at 50 per hour. What and all clearly specified in this question, which is a normal working hours. If you take all together total, which is giving if you try to calculate for the fixed, so you need to consider for the total. Okay, now apart from this, the direct information, work overheads expense of this department were estimated as under. Okay, so department A 90,000 for 6,000 working hour. Now this information to why they provided for this information to find out the rate. Okay, and even normal working hours, you know, 40 and 50 and 60, which is a respected department normal working hour. But whenever you try to calculate work overheads, we need to consider for normal hours, and this information is provided only for to find out the rate. Okay, and department B rupees 1 lakh for 5,000 working hour. Again, 1 lakh divided by 5,000 if you do, you are getting the rate. And the department C 1,20,000 for 3,000 working hour. Same thing, 1,20,000 divided by 3,000 if you do, you are getting the rate. But need to consider for normal working hours. Then office expense were 7,50,000 when total direct wages paid in all the three departments was rupees 25 lakhs. Okay, because all together they specified. Okay, now whenever you try to prepare for the job number 501, we need to consider only for normal. Okay, so some historical data is provided. So with the help of historical data, which is applicable for all the job. Okay, because especially we need to calculate only for job number 501. It is a practice to recover office expense as percentage of direct wages. Okay, so whenever you are trying to calculate for wages, we need to consider, but here the percentage we need to find out with the help of this information. 7,50,000 and 25 lakhs, we need to find out the percentage. It is very simple. After finding the percentage only, we need to calculate based on the direct wages, whatever which is given in the question. Okay, so find out cost of job number 501 and its price to include 20% of profit on selling price. Okay, now 20% they clearly specified. Moving to the materials, how much is given? The direct material is given 97,200. I have written, okay, direct. So there is no calculation. That's what outer column. Now direct wages. Under direct wages there are three departments. Normal working hours, which is clearly specified here. Normal working hours clearly specified. Okay, so here said the department A 40 hours, department B 50 hours, department C 60 hours, and respected rate also clearly specified. So the same thing, 40 hours at the rate of 80, 50 hours at the rate of 90, 60 hours at the rate of 50. If you multiply 40 into 80, you're getting 3,200. Okay, again 50 into 90, you're getting 4,500, and 60 into 50, if you multiply, you're getting 3,000. Now we need to take the total for all the three department total 10,700. Now what we are doing, we are just adding for direct material 97,200 plus 10,700. if you add 1,07,900, which is nothing but your prime cost. Once you calculated prime cost, now we are trying to go for adding the overheads. The information is provided. Work overheads expense of these three departments. Okay, department A, department B, department C. Okay, here to find this information is provided to find out the rate. Okay, so what about the normal working hours? The normal working hours clearly specified in the question. Now we need to find out the rate. Okay, using the 90,000 for 6,000 working hours divide. Okay, so what we are doing, so department A, to find out the rate, 90,000 divided by 6,000, you're getting a 40 hours is a normal working hours at the rate of 15. How we are getting 15? 90,000 divided by 6,000. If you divide, you're getting 15 per hour. Okay, now 15 into 40, 600. Again same thing, department B, the information is given 1 lakh for 5,000 working hour. So again, to find out the rate, 1 lakh divided by 5,000, so you are getting 20 per hour. Normal working hour for department B 50 hour, 50 into 20,000 you are getting. Again, to find out the rate for department C, 1,20,000 divided by 3,000. 1,20,000 divided by 3,000, we are getting 40 per hour. Okay, so a normal working hours given in the question, 60 into 40, so 2,400. If you add together, we are getting 4,000. Okay, so now what we are doing, we are trying to add for the prime cost, whatever we get overheads. So 1,07,900 plus 4,000, 1,11,900, which is nothing but your work cost. The heading is given work overheads. Now we are getting a work cost. After getting the work cost, for your understanding, I have copied one more time. Okay, so work cost we got 1,11,900. Now the information is provided. Office expense were 7,50,000. Total direct wages paid in all three department. All three department total, not for respected job like for 501. Okay, the total expense, the wages is paid here 25 lakhs. Here, when the total direct wages paid in all three department was 25 lakhs. Okay, so it is a practice, a management practice or business practice. It is a practice to recover office expense as percentage. Okay, now with the help of the whatever the information provided, 7,50,000 and 25 lakhs. Okay, now we are able to find out the percentage. So with the help of information what they are provided. Now what we are doing, so office expense, now after getting the work overheads or work cost, we are adding for office expense. Okay, now the 7,50,000 whatever which is given, so numerator divided by the total expense, so total wages will be 25 lakhs. If you do, you are getting 0.3. If you multiply 100, the 30% we are getting. Okay, so once we got the 30%, what we are doing, so in the questions they clearly specified total direct wages paid in all the three department 25 lakhs. It is a practice to recover office expense as percentage. Now we got the percentage 30%. Okay, of direct wages. Now direct wages, just now we calculated here direct wages, how much we are getting. The direct wages we got the direct wages 10,700. Okay, now 10,700 into 30%, if you multiply 10,700 total, okay, so 30%, you're getting 3,210. Okay, now what we are doing, after calculated the office expense, now we are trying to add for work cost. So 1,11,900 plus 3,210. Now if you add together, we are getting 1,15,110. So which is nothing but your total cost. Okay, moving for the questions. To find out the job cost, and it is price to include 20% of profit on the selling price. The here also selling price is missing. Okay, we have two options to calculate. One is after getting the total cost 1,15,110. So add profit. In the question they specified 20% profit on selling price. Selling price we don't know. So what we are doing, with the help of total cost, easily we can find out. So add 20% on selling price. Selling price is not given in the question, but 25% we need to calculate on the total cost. Again same thing here. 20 numerator, denominator, assume cost price is 100 minus 20. How much you are getting? Same thing, 20 divided by 80. Now here 21s are 2, 21s are 24s are, which is nothing but 1 by 4. Whenever you are getting 1 by 4, we can write like this 25%. Okay, so directly 25% on total cost. If you calculated 28,000. Okay, so here how you are calculating profit? So 1,15,110 into 25%. Okay, so you are getting 28,778. Now what we are doing? We are trying to add for total cost profit. So then final selling price 1,43,888, which is nothing but your selling price. Keep on watch for next section. Thank you.